Folks, welcome to the Mesa Performing Arts Center here, and it is already well into triple digits, and we're cooking inside. It's cool in here, but my man Malachi, welcome back to the Jake Feinberg Show, man.
It's always fun. It's always cool.
Let me ask you, why did you come back this year? What did you learn last year, and why did you decide to come back to Billy Cobham's Art of the Rhythm section?
Well, every year is sort of just like a treat. It's like coming here is taking everything I finally learned during the year and bringing it here, and then taking all of that and just amplifying it by 10,000 from being with all the great musicians that are here. And they just like, we all feed off each other, we all sharpen each other's blades, and it just becomes this great feeling. And it really brings you up as a drummer and as a musician in general.
Could you just keep down the volume a little bit? Just doing a video here. Thanks. I wanted to ask you, what did you learn in the last year that you have been able to already apply this year?
Well, I learned simplicity is like the best way to drum. You don't need to do like a whole bunch of notes right off the bat. You have to like ease into it. You have to like use easy rudiments, like even like single strokes were like half the things I did in that whole solo. And
see, as a lay drummer, that would strike me as busy, but you're saying that was rudimentary.
Yeah, well, I mean, it became busy, but like at the beginning, like just keeping it real subtle, and then easing into it instead of just coming off the bat like out of nowhere.
How have you? I was talking to Mr. Drum last night, a legendary cat, and he was talking about actually everybody walking off the bandstand at a club because he ran out of ideas and he started repeating himself. Have you had an opportunity this year to play live? Like, what have you been in your live experiences? Have you played with any of, I just feel like that's where you should be at this point.
Well, as much as I wish I was at that point, I really feel like I should just be learning and like, because I've been laying low for this past year, I think. Yeah, I haven't really had any performances. I've been laying low and just been like practicing, like honing my skills, and then I'm planning on really going out and doing it next year because I'm gonna have more time to really be creating. That's what I'll say.
Or is it about really finding cats that you feel comfortable playing with?
Oh yeah, that's also another
have you
thing.
found cats that you're comfortable playing with?
No, I haven't. What I've actually been doing this last year is I have been composing. I've been writing songs and been like...
On the drums?
No, on different instruments. Because I play piano and I play guitar and I sing. So I've been actually like working on the producing side of music and composing side of music. And I've actually got a couple songs that like I have recorded, and they're pretty I'd say they're pretty good. And
have you been?
Have
you been able to break them out at the jam session?
No, I've been laying low with them.
Laying low. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about like what you learned from the world cats that are here, like Santiago. What is tell me? No, but I mean like what are the nuanced things that he brings to the table that you guys are. All the facilities there, but what do you get off on with him?
Well, with Santiago, I'm more of like a straight forward drummer, so I'm always just playing. He told me and brought to my attention the fact that I don't have that many nuances in like my ghost notes, which made me like start playing. Stuff like just like really. Oh yeah. So there's this rudimental fill thing. This is the fun thing to do. You go so yeah. And you switch over your arms every time you come to the song. It's just a really fun thing to do.
Talk about ghost notes for people for the people around the world watching. I think it's really important because those are equally as important as anything else.
Well, ghost notes are the notes that you really want to. To me, you really want to amplify them, but you want to keep them soft, if you know what I mean. Like, you want them to have prominence, but you don't want them to be loud. They have to make an impact on people without actually exceeding the volume limit.
Can you incorporate ghost notes into a rock setting, like where it's a pretty formulaic 4/4 thing, or is it only?
Like keeping just keeping nice shuffling motion, but without actually like
Right, just being too. Yeah, exactly. Now, I mean,
Yeah.
what do you? I mean, so truthfully. Is there a club in your? Or you live in Orange, New Jersey? You live in Jersey?
Yeah,
somewhere?
I live in Orange, New Jersey.
Have you ever connected with Lenny White out there?
I don't think I have.
Oh, what a badass! He's still raking leaves on his. I mean, he was Chick Corea's drummer during the early return to Forever days. But I just wonder, like, what would be your ideal live performing situation? Would it be a listening room, or would it be a place where people could dance? Because I find myself actually, like, when I go to clubs, and I'm seeing like fusion improvisational music, I'm dancing, but then people come up and tap me on the shoulder and say, "You're blocking my view," and I'm like, since when did music become
like a
sit down? Yeah, so I mean, what's your ideal? I mean, would you want to be? I mean, you're a dance drum. Let the body dance.
Yeah,
Malachi.
my ideal is like little bit of both. You know how like at like weddings and stuff, they'll have seats around where like they can see the artist, but then they'll have like a dance floor in the middle. I like being able to like be heard and just be like people can enjoy my music without like having to like get up and like move around. Like they can just enjoy it and like sit and just have fun. But then there are people that want to like get up and they can dance, and they still like an element that they have so that they can like move around, because that's always a great feeling, just dancing to like really good artists.
Are you going to get a chance to play with Kenny Barron or Ron today?
I hope so.
What are you looking forward to most? I mean, these are almost shamanistic characters of the music. I mean, they go back to the original lineage of all the masters. What would be something that you are, assuming you get a chance to hang with them in the rhythm section? What do you look forward to the most playing with them? Is it the feel?
Yeah, they have this like. I'm trying to like put this in like a really.
Yeah, take your time. People are loving this.
They have like a really good vibe to them, is what I'll say. It's like when you know when you walk into like your childhood home and you just like feel like that sudden impulse of just nice.
Grandma's house, the smell,
Yeah.
it just immediately hits you.
They have like that, but then there's like this impact of them. I guess I'm trying to not use the word impact. That's why there's like this punch to them that really influences you to get better and just to like keep working so that you can get to their level, if you can get to their level. I mean, they're really far up there.
They are, but I mean, how does the vibe translate over into actual that spirit energy? How does it translate over to playing as a in a conversation? So because you might be too amped up, and then all of a sudden you're overplaying. So how does that vibe? How do you need to take that vibe into the musical context?
Well, what you should do is like, it's sort of like math. You take their vibe and you add it or multiply it to your vibe, and it becomes this whole new thing that you both play off of, and it like just comes together. It should be like a relationship. Two hearts like going together.
No,
Two hearts,
it's love making in some ways. Music is.
Yeah, and just like really they should join hand in hand. Like you can't have two people playing and then it like clashes. You have to have it so that they like all interject, and the vibes of everybody and like the feelings of everybody playing shouldn't just go and then the music's just gonna come out terrible. It has to like blend together, and then like that's why I really like when people play jazz and then they like transition to rock, because they take the jazz element and they transition it to like playing really straightforward grooves. And
But there's an inflection. There's an inflection of swing in there.
Yeah.
And it's not. It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel just too straight.
Yeah, it's got like a good swinging feel without actually swinging. You know,
Do you see yourself being part of this Art of the Rhythm retreat one day as actually as a teacher?
I would definitely hope so. This place has done so much for me.
Explain to the people out
years.
there that may want to come. I mean, there's cats from all over. There's not enough girls here as far as I'm concerned, girl musicians.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are from all walks of life, all stages of their careers. What have you learned that you couldn't have learned woodshedding in Jersey?
Community. You can't go to your basement and just like lock yourself up and then play. Like you can practice your heart out, but if you can't play with others, you're never gonna get a gig. It's impossible. You have to, like my dad always says, whenever you're going on tour with somebody, it doesn't come down to like how many licks you can do or how well you can hold down the groove. It comes down to, do I want to stay on this bus? Do I want to stay with this guy on this bus for years? It has to be
right.
Like,
There has to be a personal connection.
Yeah.
And so you feel genuinely. Where does the community come out the most? Is it during the sessions can be exhausting and rotation, but I mean, does it come out at the jam sessions? Does it come out at the bar at night? I mean, when does that community really shine?
I think it comes out by Thursday. It comes out in the jam session.
That's true. You're here
really
Monday.
start feeling it. On Monday, like everybody's getting a feel for it. On Tuesday, everybody's really learning something. Wednesday, they're starting to use it. By Thursday, it sounds really good. But by Friday, some people start getting tired. Or at least I get tired.
Tell me about your father. Like, what kind of inspiration? Why do you look up to your father?
Well, my dad, as modest as he is, he's
He's a
super
badass.
modest. I mean,
he's
he's amazing bassist, and he never talks about it,
No.
which makes me super mad. But he's
but
toured with
no
Paula
ego. There's no
Abdul.
ego there.
Yeah, he's toured with Paula Abdul. He was in Color Me Bad. But when I was born, he like just stopped going out and touring, and he started like playing with me, which really influenced me because like he played a lot of jazz. So when I was born, like he noticed, oh wow, you can drum, like you're pretty freaking good at it. So I'd be like playing, and he'd get on the bass, and we'd start playing together, and it really like amped me up. And we started playing together a lot, but when I got older, I stopped playing with him, which is something I very much regret. But like, I think
I mean, he's still here. You can
he's
still
here.
do
I
it.
can still play with him, but like.
Did you play? Did you do musical games together? Like, would you play games? Would you make up grooves? Would you make? I mean,
Yeah,
some of the
what we would do is, and I was like this really young kid, so I'd go downstairs. I'd be like, "Dad, can we play?" And he'd be like, "Yeah." And then we'd go downstairs, and like, he'd be like, "What do you want to do?" And I'd be like, "Just start something." And then he'd like start a bass line, and then I'd play to it, and then we'd just like make changes, and then I'd play to the changes, and then we'd make this transition, and I'd play to the transition, like just going everywhere with it, because like him being like this worldly musician, like being able to really give me that push. Honestly, without him, I wouldn't even be here. Literally, I mean, he paid for the plane ticket, but spiritually, because like.
But let me be clear. There were no arrangements. It was all instant
It was all instant.
And how does that help the instincts and the intuition of a musician who already has good time feel?
Well, because, like I said before, like you can't just be a drummer. You have to be a human first. Like you have to play with someone. And I mean, playing with my dad, it had that like heart to heart, like spiritual feel. And damn, I gotta start playing with him again. But
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it
I mean,
had that,
that's one of my missions. The next time I see you is that you guys have been cooking the groove as a rhythm section. I mean, you have it right there. I mean, obviously you're getting older and you're going to be moving out, but especially if you're looking to play with people that you're comfortable with and that you trust.
Yeah.
It seems like that. I mean, before we wrap up, let's just do let's finish. I don't want you to repeat any of the licks you played before, but if the audience had finish up with a solo here.
All right, let's see. Let's think. Simple paradiddle one, right?
Big day here at the Billy Cobham Art of the Rhythm Section Retreat. Malachi, it's always an honor to connect with you, brother. Thanks for rocking, man.
No problem.
All right, we'll be back later on the Jake Feinberg Show.